I don't even know if I did picks last week because I think we ran out of time Thursday and I wasn't here Friday.
Are you okay today doing a fifth day of the week on the show? I mean, are you – as your stamina – I mean, You've had like 5-day week the entire season.
I have an envelope underneath my laptop with a $10 for your lunch money, and it's gone.
I'm actually asking out of concern for you.
Fatherly concern, yes.
I will not do the show next Friday.
Okay.
Well, yeah, neither will any of us.
Or the next. No. We had a friend, he's no longer with us, a great guy, Butch Henry, and he all of a sudden just stopped doing Fridays and never really said why. He just could.
I'll tell. Well, I mean,
no.
So he could.
He could.
I don't want to ruin the story, but yeah.
He's Butch. All right. So, yes, I'm fine. I've actually I've been an adrenaline rush week because a lot of things that I do during football season, high school, a lot of those disappeared. Now, I'd rather be doing a game tonight, I'm going to go watch a game tonight. I'm going to go watch Longview and DeSoto at Waco ISD Stadium.
That traffic's going to be something
I know.
Else,
I'll figure it out. Now, and thanks to Ed Trocum for helping set that up for me to be on the field. Here we go. Paul, Kansas, and Iowa State.
This is kind of a tough one, given the fact that both these teams, by their own admission, are disappointed with the way the season went. I'll take Iowa State at home, though, because if Kansas gets a lead, they probably won't be able to hold it.
Yeah, I mean, that would be the Lance Leipold formula so far. Had the loss to Arizona the last time out, and ISU had gone on their slide, but was able to right the ship with that win in Fort Worth against TCU, which I didn't really see that coming. I thought that slide would possibly continue, but TCU, as we'll get to, is just so erratic. So this game in Ames, I have more faith in Iowa State being able to close it out and close it down than I do in KU right here at the moment. So, yeah, I would take Iowa State at home to go and get win number 7. And KU, if they do not win this game, then they got 1 week. And was this not the scenario like last year where they had to win the last game and Baylor beat them?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, Kansas is at 5-5 right now. They've got this trip to Iowa State. And do you know what their final game is?
Yes.
Utah.
The buzzsaw, the human ball of razor
So
blades.
Lance Leipold need to go ahead and get this one tomorrow, but I'm going to say that he doesn't, and that sets up a must-win at home against Utah to try to make bowl eligibility. So, yeah, give me Iowa State.
Their losses are against teams that, Texas Tech, Missouri, Cincinnati, K-State. They got blown out by K-State, even when they weren't playing all that well, and then they were beaten, of course, by Arizona. Most recently, I'll take the Cyclones.
Yeah, their wins this year, you beat West Virginia early on, which I don't know that you'd beat them now, like with Scotty Fox. I think I'd take West Virginia. But, yeah, they crushed West Virginia earlier in the year. So, they beat UCF in a close game.
Right.
They beat Oklahoma State.
Yep.
Like, those are their 3 conference wins, so it has not been a very impressive year.
I would have not lost a lot of money if they didn't make it last year, but the Jalen Daniels. But this year I thought they were going to bounce back and have a 7-5 or better. All right, next game. Baylor and Arizona.
Oh, I'll take Arizona in this one. I don't think that Baylor will be able to stop them. They've been playing well all year long. They're at home. Baylor's record away from the friendly confines is not great. Their record at the friendly confines isn't great. It's why we had this whole discussion at the beginning of the show about retaining Dave Aranda. I'm picking Arizona just for all those facts.
I will take Arizona. I mean, I do think this is one of those games, like typical of most Big 12 games, where it really would generally be a coin flip. But given sort of the directions both are heading at the moment, I do wonder if there's not like a rally for Aranda, and this team just plays really well because of the news today, and now they have that off their plate. The coaches can just coach, and they just kind of let it rip, and they know that it's not going to affect the big picture. So I could see where they do that, and they actually play well, but man, Sawyer Robertson's just not had a good year. I don't care what the numbers say. We saw him last week. He was all over the place, and that's not the first game where he's been just wildly throwing it everywhere. They are just horrific on defense. I mean, for a Dave Aranda team, that alone is a fireable offense, how bad they are defensively. So I think Noah Fafita will be able to throw it around. I think that home crowd will probably spur the Wildcats on, and they got a defense that can definitely limit and give Sawyer and company some problems. So I'll take Arizona.
How are they going to stop Arizona with Fafita and company with the defense being the way it is? It's like a 6.5 point favorite, Arizona. No change. I thought maybe would it be a half a point or so with the news today, but it really had no impact on that. you will probably get some juice because no matter what we think of Dave Aranda, the guys, it sounds like they love the guy from just
then
what
play
I've
like
heard.
it.
Then play like it.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't wait until your back's against the wall. Don't wait to have to win the last 2 games to finish above 500. Don't wait till now to go on the road to become bowl eligible. Go play like it. If there's juice, we'll see it early. Will they have enough juice to hold on to any kind of a good start? I don't know.
I also would caution anybody from using the players really seem to like a guy for a reason not to make a change.
Right.
Because there's a
Absolutely true.
There's a wide, like you should, whether a coach is a nice guy, a hard ass, or anything in between, you should see how the players respect a coach. Because I do think that a lot of the younger guys don't know the difference between respect and like. I don't think they.
You know what they like?
Yes,
the money.
Yeah. So do we.
Sorry, I had a coach today tell me that obviously loyalty's out the window. Not completely, but it is. Even if you have a team that's pretty good or not, it's about the money and what's next for them to get more money.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to have as hard of a time maintaining some of their roster as anything, but that's a conversation for another
day. All right, Baylor and Arizona, we all take Arizona, correct?
Yes.
Houston, well, they've been at times up and down, but look what their record is and what Willie Fritz has done, and they have TCU. They are in need of a win.
I'll take the Cougs here. I think they're just solidly on both sides of the ball, more consistent. I don't think that they're better on offense than TCU can be, but TCU is just wildly inconsistent. I mean, I think TCU and Baylor are going to very likely be in the same situation next season, waiting out a coach and to see how things change or don't.
Yeah, I don't buy
TCU not quite as severe, but
yeah, I don't buy the whole the job market prevented them from making a move, because I feel like they could still have gone and got Eric Morris, unless Eric Morris said, no, I want to go to Oklahoma State or something. But I need Garrett Ross to get on the mic because he's the guy who follows Houston closer than anybody. I have a weird feeling like this is a TCU bounce back game because they kind of need it and they're due for it. And at the same time, I can see Houston's defense just giving Hoover all types of issues. So how do you feel about Houston TCU in Houston?
This is one where I could see TCU sneaking out a win just because of how things have gone. Both of these staffs know each other really well. I know, going back and listening to Willie Fritz earlier this week, he had a lot of praise for Sonny Dykes and what he does, even talking about going back to this connection with Spike Dykes and stuff. So I know there's that. But on the field, if you look at what Hoover's been doing, he's got, I believe he's thrown 1 touchdown to 4 interceptions.
Yeah, he's
over
a turnover
the past
machine.
3 games.
Yeah.
This defense for Houston is going to lock him down. I think they get the pressure. I don't see TCU's offensive line really being able to hang in the trenches with Houston. Now, can Connor Wigman actually play good? Because as of late, he's defenses are starting to catch up with him. He's starting to make some bad decisions as well. I like Houston to get the win, but I think it's probably a 1-possession game where you see the Cougs pull it out late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to pick TCU. I'll go with Houston. Garrett's convinced me, but I do think that, this is a toss-up. But, yeah, I kind of feel TCU. Screw it. I'll just go TCU. It doesn't matter. I'll go TCU here.
Are you really? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go TCU.
I'll take the Cougs. They don't have really much home field advantage because they struggle with their fan base too. But I just think Willie Fritz's team is so fundamentally sound. They're going to blow a tire occasionally because they're still young, but I do like Houston at home.
But there's always an upset.
Oh, sure.
In this league. So I think this is going to be the one where it's a slight spread, but I am with Paul on, and I've been saying this now for a couple of weeks, just reading the TCU fan base, that, it's very likely that Baylor's competing with TCU for head coaches next year if Sonny Dykes doesn't get the schedule. Because you talk about the honeymoon being over, dude, that playoff was a long time ago, and they've not really done a whole lot since then. That's been remarkable.
Yeah, and so was 12-2 in a Big 12 championship the year right before that. So you're right. They're both in kind of where are we? Who are we? What are we going to do about it? All right. Paul, Houston?
Yeah, I took Houston.
Craig, TCU? I'll take Houston. Now, Kansas State. I just never know. I always knew who they were. I don't know who you are.
Well, I know.
And I'll take Utah no matter what.
I know who Utah is, a team that's going to run through Kansas State at home. Look, here's the other thing. Let's throw another team a log onto the fire of Big 12 coaches that next year will be doing this. The fan bases will we, won't we, what's the future?
Bubba, we might throw Leipold on there as well. Like both the Kansas schools, both the private Texas schools, like all of them, you can go start forming a line for next year.
I'm going to fight all of you.
And they will all be, and look, they will all be fishing in the same pond for their replacements.
Somewhat,
Yeah, somewhat. I mean, like,
who's the coach at North Dakota State that's going to go to K-State?
Yeah. But and look, maybe they don't want to do that again because that's what they did the last time.
Yeah. Colin Klein, fellas.
Yeah, Colin Klein,
well,
exactly. That's going to be a big thing. And I just think Utah's too dominant up front for Kansas State.
Kansas State is just not a good football team. Now you lose Jace Brown, who's one of your best players, and that's like, dude, like, I mean, could you possibly kick us down any further? And we can't. Jace Brown's going to now be out for the season, so. Yeah, give me Utah without much hesitation whatsoever, at home especially. So I go Utes here.
They're on a momentum down the tracks, a lot of weight right behind them, and they're rolling. I'll take Utah.
And look, this could be one of Avery Johnson's last games at Kansas State, in my opinion, because I think that I don't think he is. He's getting close to the end of his eligibility, and he hasn't gotten better. And
I think there's a lot of Big 12 quarterbacks, Brendan Sorsby, that are probably already fielding offers, and would not surprise me at all to see them in the portal making a move somewhere else.
What is he? A redshirt sophomore? Junior. Okay.
He's a true junior, yeah.
How about this one? Stunned that it's not on ABC, and I'm not making fun of the programs, but these are two teams, Oklahoma State, UCF in Orlando.
I'll take the Knights in the bounce house. Just like – Oklahoma State's out of guys. Like, they're literally just out of guys. UCF has guys. Like, that's what I'm breaking this down to. They've had a lot more positives in the season. If Oklahoma State's going to win a game, this would likely be the one, but they just don't have players right now. Like, they are bare bones.
Yeah, and to clarify, Sorsby's a redshirt junior. Avery's a true junior, I believe is the case. So, they both have another year to go, but – give me UCF. They've got a lot of issues Scott Frost is going to have to work through in the offseason, a lot of things to question about just the program overall, but they're in a better place than Oklahoma State, who's basically been riding out the inevitable for the last 6-7 weeks now at this point. So if UCF were to ever have a guaranteed type of a win, it would be this game, although Oklahoma State just nearly beat K-State last week. So I wouldn't take them lightly by any means, but at home, you better beat Oklahoma State. You better not be the streak breaker, or that is a really, really bad loss for Scott Frost.
Yeah. And I think everyone understands what he's trying to do there, but you don't need to lose to a team that hasn't won a game in the Big 12 in 2 years?
Yeah.
So going back to before the loss to Baylor in the Big 12 title game, I believe. So almost.
I think it was to Texas.
Was it to Texas? Following year? Okay.
All right. BYU, and I like this one here. Cincinnati, I think we've discussed, were they broken by Utah? Still ought to be a hell of a game. Cougars on the road. They have to keep winning to play Tech in the championship game. Cincinnati, man, they look like they were red hot, and now all of a sudden they're on a 2-game losing streak.
Well, we picked this game yesterday anyway, and I picked BYU, so nothing's happened between then and now to make me change my mind. Unlike my Louisville SMU pick, which Louisville's injury report dropped today, and my God.
No running backs, right? Is that the case?
No running backs? Miller Moss is questionable?
Should have picked SMU like I did from the beginning.
No offense, but he's questionable even when he's healthy.
Yeah, so all those things. I was thinking a Jeff Brown special was coming up, but I'm going to fall under 500 again. So, but this one I'm not going to change.
Greg?
I am going to go with BYU here. I do think Cincinnati has a shot, but only if Brendan Sorsby plays his ass off and plays like the top caliber type of quarterback that he can be. He has not been that of late, and so I think that, it's a scenario where I'll go with BYU, who's just a little bit more tried and true and proven, but this isn't a slam dunk by any means, but I do feel confident that BYU will roll in there and get a win.
All right. Do you have, Brandon, what I sent you about what's going on this weekend in Cincinnati? Did we put that up? I'm taking BYU. Look at what's happening. This is from a viewer, Steve Snook, who's a huge Cincinnati fan. This weekend in Cincinnati, first of all, the downtown Heritage, they're having the big old party. Then they have a playoff game. Then tomorrow they've got Big Noon on campus. Then they have BYU and Cincinnati at Nippert. Patriots, Bengals on Sunday. Miami, Cincinnati, Inter-Miami soccer on Sunday. A loaded up weekend. He was excited about that, wanted to share it. Great to see you, Steve. Thank you very much. Enjoy it.
Quick Smokey soccer quiz. Why is Inter-Miami the most popular team?
Because of Messi.
Yes.
There we go.
Are you even serious?
I just wanted to make sure that you knew.
No, I did know that.
I mean,
All
if
right.
anybody knows anything about soccer right now, it's probably that specifically because it's been a
almost-
pretty big story.
Yeah, I almost said Pele, but
And
that
he's
wasn't-
the greatest maybe of all time. So some people like maybe he is the greatest. So yeah, I'm not going to argue over that. But yeah, Messi's definitely brought a dose of soccer excitement that nobody else has really ever brought to this level where it's being talked about on a regular basis. But
since they had Pele and some others joined like 30 years ago, you're right.
where it's actually got
50
legs
years
to it and it's lasting.
Pele was 50 years ago.
Well, this is like me
No,
also
not-
confusing
not
where how long ago the Big 12 title game, because that was 4 years ago. I went and looked. Oklahoma State's last win, I do believe, in Big 12 play was 20. So I don't know why I was thinking 20. I think I was thinking that was like 2 years ago when it's actually nearly 5 now. But I think the last Oklahoma State Big 12 win was double overtime at home against BYU in late November of 23.
Yeah, when they first joined the conference.
So that
and
was
then
the last time they won a game. But
shrilled by UT.
I think that's great for Cincinnati. They've had a lot of attention this year. I mean, they've had the big national shows stop by, and they've had a lot to play for. And I think it's started to slide a little bit here of late. But this is a great opportunity. And you talk about turning the league on its head. Well, they could do that with a win over BYU. But I'm gonna go with the Cougs here.
All right, we'll get to the next game. Katie Rader brought up David Beckham. I don't think he's had that impact that Messi's had. We know who he is, and his wife, but not like
David Beckham's never won a World Cup.
Yeah.
Like all those things. Like
Well, when he
Messi-
joined I guess it would have been the Galaxy, right? Or was it a different
Yeah,
LA
it was
team?
something
But
like
yeah,
that.
there was some to do about that. But I think the big difference there, and it's a good point because I forgot about Beckham coming over, was Messi's got the social aspect where it's like it's just covered so much more from every angle worldwide than it was when Beckham was playing
my
MLS.
oldest brother would watch video on YouTube of him playing for hours. He loved him so much.
Beckham has more celebrity.
He's a tabloid guy
behind it.
Yeah,
than
Hollywood.
Pele.
He's more Hollywood.
Like
Pele.
Pele. I was just looking at Pele. It was 50 years ago. But Messi, he was. He's an absolute champion. He's the best. Like, there's only 2 other guys you could probably say in the entire world that are in the conversation.
David Beckham's not in the conversation for the greatest of all time.
No,
Lionel Messi is arguably that guy.
Yeah.
All right, one more game to get to. We will have Mickey Spagnuolo around the corner. Arizona State, the Sun Devils, in Boulder against Dion in Colorado.
Oh, man. I'll take ASU. They just seem to find a way, even with all the injuries and everything. Now, they do have this whole Sam Levitt situation that's become very interesting here this week. There hasn't been much follow-up on that, so I don't know if there will be more discussion about that potentially in the post-game press conference, but Colorado's reeling. There's something to build around there with Juju, but ASU's been the better team all year, so I'm not going to suddenly give Colorado the benefit of the doubt. I'll take the Sun Devils on the road.
Same. Sun Devils.
Yeah, Sims has done a really nice job of protecting the football, and they're good. They're good enough that if he does that, because we've seen him everywhere he's been. He's got a 4-turnover game. I think he's in a nice little groove, and I think they win the game against Colorado because they're better. Even if Sims was to turn it over once or twice, I'll take Arizona State. So there we are